Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing, testing, testing. Hopefully I don't have to shut the damn thing down. Testing. Thanks, Nancy. So we had the breakout from 96, 95, 97 for Globex will be buy 1. And then our 90 to 92 will be buy 2. But it's factory orders could swing things on Monday. You would think that it would have some clout. And I don't know what's going to happen over the weekend. You talk about the morale of policemen kind of anywhere. Several Baltimore police officers have been charged with murder, one in the 2nd degree and the others in for, I think, manslaughter off of what went on in Baltimore. And I mean, I can't imagine it not being defeated or thrown out at some point. But, I mean, if you're caught up in the political crosshairs right now and you're in a vulnerable group, they're going to take your ass down. And you're going to suffer. You're going to lose your job like that poor cop down in Ferguson, Missouri. These people get death threats, at least on Twitter, put up against them. I mean, this is absolute anarchy and lawlessness going on now, and it's being encouraged and aided and abetted by a politician, the usual crew. There's a huge industry in our country that makes money off of keeping the fires and flames of racism stoked. And, I mean, this city of Baltimore has, they did it to themselves. They've been run by the people and the principles that they're attacking right now. And it doesn't make sense. But this guy was driving the police van, and he's charged with murder. Might be just a political thing to calm things down in Baltimore, put somebody's neck in a noose and quietly remove the noose from his head over time. I don't know. But these gentlemen who have been charged by their lives are changed forever. And this crap goes on all the time these days. The inmates are running the asylum. And the asylum now is the United States because we let it go on. Okay, lower high, lower low. Weak close. This market is headed lower. If you look at where the trading range is, we've had a buyer below 126.20. Yeah, it looks like 126.28. And we definitely have a seller above 129.20. And we're working our way towards the lower end of the trading range. So this one makes us a seller. F2, double distribution down. Resistance is at the buck. Last trade's 27. So if we don't break it immediately in London, I think we're going to go up and probe where resistance really is. So 31 to 03 will be sell 1. And then our 7 to 11 will be sell 2. Factory orders, I haven't seen an estimate for that. Because it's a B, we're going to make 17 to 21, buy 1. And 9 to 13, buy 2. And we may have to pay 25s again. We don't know. But a lot of these groups are funded by taxpayer dollars. And we get to pay for all this madness, which makes it doubly revolting, in my opinion. But that's the way things are today. Gold, lower high, lower low, pointed lower. You can see we got a very, very clean break right over in here in the 75 area to just kind of come across. If 75 turns into resistance, 40 to 50 is the next stop structurally. So this one, F1 says sell it. And we came in wanting to buy 70 to 72, so we'll make 70 plus or minus 1 by 1. 65, 60, let's make it 63, 65. If we break that low, we'll probably get stops below 65, so buy 2. And on the sell side, the spill came from 78, so it was 78 to 80, sell 1. 84, 86, sell 2. Go back, and I think I forgot to do the bond. Nancy won't let me hang up without covering the bond, so. And rightly so. Although I think Nancy spends more time in euros and crude than she does in the bond. That's okay, Nancy. We won't hold that against you. Okay, the spill came from 158.07, 158.06. We're at 26. Last rotate up stopped at 30, so getting stops above this little edge, 31 to 03. Get through 03. We'll make it 11 to 15, picking up this area up here. On the buy side, 17 to 13 buy. Now let's make it 17 to 21 for buy 1. For Globex, we'll probably adjust it, and then 5 to 9, buy 2 by the time the day session opens. Yeah, I look back on the 60s, and there were assassinations and riots, and cities were burning, and the country every 3 to 4 years would suffer a pretty deep recession, but you never really ever question whether it would keep going or not. The vision was there. But right now, the vision that's being painted for us, it's not there. You know, in New York City, you got to make over $70,000 before it pays you to get off welfare with a couple of kids. I don't know about you, but if I'm a single mom with a couple of kids and you have the maternal instincts and the rest of it, that's not too damn tough a decision to make. And the numbers get lower as you move away from New York City, but there are a lot of incentives not to perform, not to work. And, you know, life without purpose kind of gets to you over time. You have to have a reason for being here and for doing something, I think. Otherwise, it's amusement. And if you're trying to amuse yourself, that's not a path that leads to the right places, in my opinion. Okay, we have this very, very clean break at 59.41. So, and then we got resistance at 60. So we've come back up. So we're going to make 59.75 to 60. Stops above 60, I think, are still doable, and 50 to 75 if we get through 60. So let them go get stops above 60, start back down. That's where we want to get short. On the buy side, we're at 59.30, so 58.50 to 75. And then 57.75 to 58 for buy 2. Hard to see much heavy-duty selling in crude taking place, though, until things settle down in the Persian Gulf. And Iran and Russia probably don't want things to settle down over there. This is a cheap way to get the price of crude oil up, if you know what I mean. As long as nobody starts shooting at each other. And the euro. There's a chance we could have a deal, an announcement over the weekend on Greece. Greece desperately needs the money. And the European Central Bank and the EU might just be able to get Greece to sign agreement they want. Okay, higher low, higher high. A lot riding on the Greek, if a Greek deal. Basically 113 held. We're at 112. We've had higher lows. They're at 111, so the 50-point trading ranges is probably what we'll be facing. Definitely a B. So 1150 by 1. 1100 by 2. 1225.35 sell 1. 1265.75 sell 2. So we'll see what the weekend news brings us. I got probably my last weekend of major yard work. Then it's back to just trimming. So hopefully that'll all be done come Monday. The week I won't have any excuses if it's not. Y'all have a great weekend. May the weather cooperate in your area. I will see you all bright and early Monday morning. I'm out of here.